Hello everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everybody, you waited a year for this.
Yes, it's that time of year. So, even though we have one other thing going on, or two other things, we are getting back to the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep, happy October.
Happy October. And so we are picking up from where we left off with part 14.
Come on! What?
Yeah.
We're still in chapter 10, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to be back.
Yes, it is.
And can't wait to see more of the game. I know we were kind of stuck on that one level.
Right, which I know, like, in the very end of the series last year, we finally beat that boss.
Yeah.
You're fighting your own kind.
Yes, that is very weird. But I guess it can't be helped because a lot of monsters are under Oogie Boogie's control.
That they are.
Get him up! Get him up!
Yeah, so this is... we do apologize that we have to have the music off, but we actually did get a little bit of... not really a strike, but like a mark.
Yep, the copyright people got mad. Disney.
Or, well, YouTube picked up on it. So.
Yeah.
And not for the part I thought they would.
Funnily enough, no.
But just to play it safe, and since I'm not yet... oh no.
Continue. 9.
It's going to take us a minute to get back into the groove.
It is.
Can you bring the thing closer just a little bit?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Gently, steady as it goes. And
Thank you.
It's on my foot. Whoopee.
Oh no. Well, you'll have to get it off of your foot.
Come on!
Yeah. Somehow, some way. Okay.
Free yourself.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so just to play it safe, we turned it off, and that unfortunately means you are probably going to hear feedback from our end, because I'm not super skilled enough yet to not have that happen. Sorry about that, guys.
Right.
There is a delay, and I've tried, but I'm not perfect at fixing it, so my apologies for that in advance. I'm trying to figure that out, and hopefully by next year it won't be an issue. Yes. I'm still learning. You're still learning. Still a little fledgling channel.
Yep. Yeah, we are.
It takes time.
Yep. A whole lot of, I wanted to say spending time, but do you spend time?
You do spend time.
Oh, you're right.
You spend time doing things. Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't really buy time.
Right. Can you deposit time in a bank?
I wish you could.
Yeah.
Can't really get time back. It's kind of hard to earn time.
Right.
Although I do believe in the theory that time is not linear. However,
Yes.
we're not really advanced enough as a species to be a part of that, completely be a part of that non-linear nature. We're just kind of...
So we're stuck in the simulation.
Yes, sure. I don't really believe in the simulation theory.
Me neither.
No offense to those who believe in it. I'm like, that's just a bunch of Matrix stuff as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
A series that I feel like I'm the only man on Earth who hasn't seen it.
Oh.
I don't know, maybe I should. It's such a cultural icon.
People treat it as such. Everybody's parodied that notorious scene from the first one. Several notorious scenes from the first one.
Yeah. I do know of the one that's done to death, or at least was back in the day. I don't know
Right.
if they still do it.
Right. I think it's now a bit tiresome to recreate, but
Yeah.
it was that and another scene was parodied a lot. They were both similar, I have to admit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like I can get to that trigger. Maybe I can use something to hit it. That was Jack, wasn't it? I royally messed up.
I'm like, what kind of voice was that? I'm like, are we doing Grim from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? It doesn't look like I can get to that trigger. Oh.
Right.
No, it's
It doesn't look like I can get to that trigger. Maybe I can use something to hit.
yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe a pumpkin. Hit the pumpkin with the pumpkin.
Yes. Like smashing pumpkins.
Yes, exactly. Smash the pumpkins.
Yes. And you like you like the pumpkin spice, right?
I love pumpkin spice.
I stand corrected. You love it.
Ready?
Ah, yes, that's the nice thing about October. It is the month of the pumpkin
ready?
spice. Not really as into carving jack-o'-lanterns
Robert.
anymore. It was fun as a kid, but now it's just too messy and too much hassle.
Right.
I mean, I don't really even put pumpkins out. I still have a struggle with Halloween. I'm trying to get back in favor with it, but it's hard. It's hard.
Toll Robert.
You know, the people who say that,
Robert.
you know, not to get too serious, but just for a moment,
Toll Robert.
trust me when people say that the bullying never completely goes away, or the effect that bullying had never really goes away. Trust me, they know what they're saying when they say that.
Toll Robert.
And that has a lot to do with my feelings in my love-hate relationship with Halloween.
Toll Robert.
Right.
Yeah. No. That and I don't know. It's just not my thing, and I know there are other people out there that, you know, being scared isn't their thing. It just feels like I'm the only one because of the people around me. It seems like I'm often surrounded by people, and especially in school, that enjoyed Halloween, that enjoyed scaring others and being scared.
Hole robber.
And me not enjoying it was a big factor in being made fun of, so... Oh well.
Hole robber.
So, but I'm still trying to have a good time. I focus on the pumpkin spice. I don't know if I'll ever dress up for Halloween again, but maybe one day.
Maybe. I mean, it's similar to cosplay. But...
Yeah, I mean, if I just think of it as an excuse to cosplay, but I need to I get some more money before I can cosplay again. But, who knows? Maybe you and
Pardon me.
Am I putting you to sleep?
No, you're not.
Yeah, I would hope not, because you're playing this game.
Yeah.
It is kind of frustrating when you're like, what do I do? And then... But,
yeah, well, I have an idea of what to do.
But yeah, it seems like you're good. It's just figuring out exactly mechanically how we're gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I regret getting killed at that one spot.
Right. Yeah, this is another one of those games that gets a little bit dark at times.
And confusing.
But like, I don't know. It almost seems kind of darker on the monitor.
Really?
For whatever reason, our the TV has a reddish tint to it, and I haven't figured out why. Because yet again, we have a case where there's this reddish tint that's not on the monitor. And it makes it look so much more beautiful, because here it's just mostly gray with a little bit of... It's not gray, brown. I'm sorry. I completely thought brown and said gray. Not gray. No, I'm okay, I promise.
I believe you.
Brown. For those of you watching that are like, what is he talking about? Gray. There's no gray. I know. Yes. There's no gray.
Was that?
Right.
What are you talking about? There's no gray there. Stupid.
Aha, so that's the mayor.
It's funny, that always makes me paranoid for like a split second that the game froze, but it's just loading
Right.
the next area.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Gonna be positive. What other things do I like about Halloween? I used to like the candy a lot.
Oh, me too.
I still do, but I can't really do as much of it.
Yeah.
I could, but I wouldn't be in good shape for it.
Neither would I.
Yeah. I don't really do parties anymore. I really only did parties 1 year. I'm not really... You guys, if you've been with us for a while, you probably have already heard that I'm not much of a party goer.
Hole robber.
And you're probably like, oh, shock! Really? We thought you were a party animal.
Okay, come on, Jack. Yeah, it's not the kind of party that you're thinking.
Hole robber.
Yeah.
If we ever party.
I mean, our idea of a party is just playing video games together or watching 90s cartoons or...
Hole robber.
Yeah. Yep.
Or, what else? We used to do music a lot. We could always do music again.
Yeah.
Not very loud. Comfortable volume only.
Yay! I got it! And it turns.
And it turns. Oh! Cyclops do it again.
Dookie.
Oh, two of them.
A couple. A couple of Cyclops.
No, there are three.
And a ghost.
Well, I get to watch this movie. That's another positive thing about Halloween.
Yeah.
We get to play this game. And in fact, if I understand the calendar correctly, our last part for this year will actually be on Halloween this year.
Nice.
So yay for that. That would be exciting to actually have a Halloween themed video come out on Halloween.
I didn't know I could do that. Wow. Yeah.
Last year I think the 31st was like a Sunday. So we didn't have a video come out on the 31st.
So we're gonna have a Halloween episode.
Yes, spooky.
Yes. Ghoulies, ghosties, long-leggedy beasties.
Yes.
Nice.
Now, and then I do want to see if I could probably maybe watch some Scooby-Doo. I was thinking about doing some Scooby-Doo this October. And maybe trying to get into some anime again. Some of the... Because here's the thing, guys. The only horror I can take is animated horror. That's it. That's all I can handle. And that does include anime. Even though there probably are maybe one or two anime that were a little bit too much, but they weren't specifically a horror genre. They just got a little bit too gory. Yeah, the one I'm thinking of that was too much for me to stand was not a horror and was in fact an action anime. It just had so much gore that I struggled a bit. Now I would probably be okay, but I was a kid at the time and I was like, no.
I'm afraid to ask.
I wasn't the kind of kid that's like, oh, awesome, gross. I wasn't that kind of kid.
Which erotic, grotesque nonsense?
It wasn't really erotic or grotesque, just a lot of gore. I think it might have been Battle Angel Alita that just... I don't know. It just must have been the way that the violence was framed that was a bit much. I was pretty young though when I saw it. I was maybe 12.
12?
I guess really not too young, but I was kind of a sheltered boy. I wasn't a boy who played a lot of gory games, so it was kind of new to me. You know, other than I guess I'd seen Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat's not really that realistic.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't like the gore in that one either. Even though sometimes it's hilariously unrealistic in its gore. It was not really my thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I really like the, you know what Scooby-Doo movie I've been dying to watch again, but I'm not sure if I could find it on streaming or not.
Zombie Island?
Yes. And The Witch's Ghost as well.
Ah, yes.
We should totally watch.
Toll robber.
Nice. Is that the one with the Hex Girls?
Yes. Yes, the
Nice.
introduction to the Hex Girls.
Nice.
I feel like those two live action... They're not live action.
No,
Oh.
that would be the other Scooby-Doo movie.
Those two animated movies were like the last two of like great quality Scooby-Doo
Toll robber.
animated movies, and then after that it gradually went downhill.
Ah,
That's my personal opinion, although I did stop watching after a certain point. So you guys are free to like get mad at me in the comments,
right.
because I've only seen like 3 after that one, and of those 3 I do feel like it was declining in quality.
Well, yeah, right.
To be fair, it's really hard to top Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. If you guys have seen it, you know what I mean.
I have seen it.
I am in fact kind of surprised that the live-action movies weren't taking more cues from Zombie Island.
Toll robber.
Yeah.
Toll robber.
Like, missed opportunity. And
Very much so.
in fact, some of the other
Toll robber.
live-action projects they tried afterwards also did not take cues from Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. What the heck? We have the technology now where we could probably make a really decent live-action Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. And yet they're doing all this other crap. What gives? And even back then we had 2... I mean, I was alright with the first Scooby-Doo live-action movie. It was fine. The second one was significantly less fine. But not terribly offensive.
Yeah. We got a clue! Let's dance to some songs, Scoob! Yeah,
Toll robber.
right. Whatever that is.
It was it was significantly less subtle about the stoner humor, though.
Oh, yeah.
But, you guys would actually be surprised. Should I talk about my hot take about the first live-action movie?
You may.
My least favorite part was how they handled Scrappy. Because I'm one of those rare people. I'm one of the 2 people out there who actually is fine with Scrappy-Doo.
Nice. That's interesting take.
There might be 3 or 4.
Right.
I mean, but,
I'm
yeah.
reminded of the famous saying that the show's survival... Was it survival partially to Scrappy-Doo?
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
And you know,
Toll robber.
I'm not like here like, oh my god, I'm a huge Scrappy-Doo fan. I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
But I wasn't offended by him at all. In the beginning, the stuff with Scrappy-Doo was fine.
The best bargain in town.
It did change things up, which is what Scooby-Doo needed. Because it was getting to a point where people were tired of the same
Sure,
old
this will
thing.
help you a
And it
lot,
wasn't
Jack.
completely Scooby-Doo's fault. It was
More souls.
Hanna-Barbera's fault. They kept rehashing
Sorry, that's all
Scooby-Doo
you
with
can
other
carry.
characters.
Sorry, that's
To the
all
point
you
where
can
they had to
carry.
change Scooby-Doo
You
from
are
its
always
original
welcome
formula
here.
to keep Scooby-Doo afloat. Isn't that insane? It's like, maybe if you guys had come up with, you
Toll
know,
robber.
more original stuff.
Toll robber.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on the time because I'm getting into ranting territory and I lose track of time when I rant. That's why I paused. Oh, darn it. Did we get past 30 minutes? No. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I am passionate about this stuff. Though, honestly, in terms of Scooby-Doo media, I also stopped watching the shows around What's New Scooby-Doo, around that era.
I remember that era.
Because I wasn't entirely fond of the direction What's New Scooby-Doo went in. But now that I've heard of stuff they did after that, I almost kind of want What's New Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's funny how you miss What's New Scooby-Doo when you watch Shaggy and Scooby get a clue.
Especially that.
Shaggy and Scooby get a clue. That's my attempt at
And then-
recreating the theme song.
There was another one where the art style was almost looking... almost looked like... this is gonna sound horrible, but if Family Guy wanted to make a Scooby-Doo cutaway, it kind of looked like... that's what the animation looked like. It did look like what a Seth MacFarlane cartoon would make Scooby-Doo look like, which, no offense to that art style, I'm fine with that art style for the shows that Seth MacFarlane does. But I'm not for Scooby-Doo. I kind of like the original is it fair to say semi-realistic, relatively speaking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Kind of with a care to anatomy, not simplifying it in a cartoony way, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I say that a little bit loosely. I know you guys are probably like, oh yeah, Scooby-Doo, the perfect image of anatomy, accurate anatomy. But anyway, enough Scooby-Doo stuff. I just got really into it. But yeah,
I'm afraid to ask what other Scooby-Doo.
What other Scooby-Doo?
Besides the one about where Shaggy and Negan.
I don't really remember the names of all of them. Oh, but in terms of the old stuff, I will tell you one that I don't like, and that's the 90s take, the pup named Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't really into them babyfying everyone. At least they didn't babyfy Scooby-Doo. At least they made them kids, which was also another trend they were trying to do.
We must make everything kids.
I don't know, maybe they thought we'd relate to them better, but it's like, no, when it's clear that you were adults writing kid characters, it doesn't really quite work.
Yeah.
You could probably more convincingly do teenagers or 20-year-olds. Than you could kids.
Yes. There's also the looking up factor, which a lot of these kid versions of shows didn't follow. Like, did you feel like looking up to Muppet Babies?
Yeah, see, that's my thing. I never really... It never bothered me that I was watching shows where the characters were older than me as a kid. Yeah, like, exactly. You could look up to them. You could see them as role models.
Yeah.
Or just, you know... I mean, I don't know. It's actually weirder to me when the characters are way too much younger. And I guess it depends on how they're written, but yeah. And also, I had no interest in watching babies.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because of Rugrats being so successful, but the thing with Rugrats is they were babies to start with.
Yeah.
So that made sense. It's not like... And they would later do the opposite of that by doing all grown up, although really they were just kids, so I don't understand why they were all grown up.
All grown up with you.
If you call it all grown up, I want to see them in college at least. Either college or working adults.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too.
But we are actually just about out of
Yeah,
time.
we are, yeah.
So, so we will continue to make our way through this maze
we
next
will.
time.
Yep.
Alright, guys, thanks for joining us. And
Thanks.
we are so excited to get back to this. See you
Yep.
next time.
See you too.
Bye.
Bye.